I'm Jonah Ryan. And I grew up right here in the awesome state of New Hampshire, the granite state of the United States. Later, I moved to Washington, D.C., where I became a very important power player in our nation's capital. But now I've come back home. I'm a political outsider, and I'm fighting for change in the great state of New Hampshire.
That is perfect. This is a spoof of a campaign ad from the HBO show Veep. But is it art imitating life or life imitating art?
The thieves from the fake campaign, just watch,
perfect.
folks, commercial, are showing up on our airwaves right now. Take a look.
It's no wonder Republicans, Democrats, and independents are fed up. The DC insiders from both parties have rigged the system against you. I'm running for Congress to clear out the dead wood. I'll fight for term limits and a new law to stop wasteful spending. If Congress doesn't balance the budget, then Congress shouldn't get paid. I'll stand up to the DC insiders and fight for you. I'm Stewart Mills, and I approve this message because I'll chop the career politicians down to size.
Out here, if you don't show up for work, they stop paying you.
No pay.
You don't get paid. I'm Rick Nolan. The same should be true in Washington. That's why I wrote the No Government, No Pay Act. If those Washington guys shut down the government, they won't get paid, period, until they get the government working again. Well, let me give you a hand with that. Watch out. Yep, there's plenty of that in Washington, too. I'm Rick Nolan, and I approve this message.
Come on, how can they both be? How can they both be outsiders? But I guess they are.
These ads are both terrible. They're terrible.
If by terrible you mean
terrible.
awesome, if you mean I mean awesome.
The Veep spoof ad said.
They're fantastic.
The Veep spoof ad said it all. I mean, these ads are ridiculous. These ads are written up and put together by people who probably live in L.A. or New York and think Minnesotans are idiots and they're going to buy this.
Well, here's the thing. They're trying to.
It's a pile of you know what.
Yeah, as we saw the commoner.
Yes.
We saw the sidesteps the commoner. That's pretty good. Yeah, so I like that. But here's the thing. What they're trying to do is show that they are outsiders, both of them, and they're going to get those guys in Washington,
cheesy.
you know.
It's terrible.
And does it work?
No. I mean, I know the studies say that these kinds of ads work, but I find
these aren't negative.
I find it difficult to believe that they do, because I think that those ads are just ridiculous.
All right, well, this is, I think, a great year for body doubles. If you're a body double actor, if you're an actor, maybe you could be in one of these ads. Take a look at what's happening with these body in the 8th District. You're looking at, here it is. This, check this out. This is Rick Nolan, body double. A guy made to look like an old Rick Nolan. He's got his hot chocolate or his tea right there.
It doesn't look like Rick Nolan.
And he's going to be in there because he's so old, he's got to lay down. Okay, check this out. Watch the television. You got ISIS on TV there. Rick Nolan only cares about Rick. So look at this. All right, that's one of them that we see. The other one is, remember how the Democrats have been going after Stewart Mills?
Yes.
They're doing it again. He's cut his hair. Look at, they're wiping dirt on his outdoor leather jacket.
He's a fancy dude.
Yeah, and so this is the thing, another body double. I mean, line up. There's going to be a lot of these. So,
well, I'm glad they're providing opportunities for actors. I hope they're local. I think these ads are ridiculous too. I'll tell you. I think to me the ads that work the best are the ones that are genuine, that have a real person in it. I like the ad that Stewart Mills has with his wife talking about in her shoes and how he goes out and he volunteers.
And he's wearing the pink high heels.
And he volunteers in this walk to fight domestic abuse. That, to me, is an effective ad. You've got a real woman, Mrs. Mills, talking about her husband doing something he really does, and that works.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree completely, but I do a little bit in this regard. I think people remember these body double ads. The ads 2 years ago where the Democrats made fun of Stewart Mills and do the hair thing and have him walking on the yacht with the lobster. That's what they talked about. So these negative ads, I think, are effective because people remember those. That's what they remember.
Well, I know that's what the research shows, but I think chopping the
So now you don't believe research?
I don't. But
All right, good.
Chopping the dead wood out of Washington.
I know, that is,
could
I
we
get that.
possibly get a better line?
Could you
anything
possibly
would be better.
more cliched?
Yes.
Or stepping over the cow manure. I think it's interesting that Rick Nolan, who he's on his second stint in Congress, was there in the 70s, now again now, is portraying himself as the Washington outsider. You look closely at this ad, and he says, those guys in Washington.
Don't pay them.
Yeah, but those guys, as if he's not one of them.
I just don't think people are really going to believe these ads. I think Minnesotans are smarter than this.
Well, get used to it because you're going to see it a lot. Here we go.
Yes. All right. We'll be right back.